All right, guys. So I'm a big avid believer of YouTube University has a lot of the answers that we look for, especially when it comes to, content creating, being a videographer, or just whatever you're into. But this is specifically for someone who is looking to start in videography. There's a lot of things that they don't tell us about what it really takes to start in the space. Everyone is telling you how to do this cool editing tricks, how to scale it all the way up to $1 million a month. To be honest with you, you have to be in a certain space to even be able to get to that level. But look, I want to keep it simple. This video is really impromptu. When I say impromptu, I literally got everything I want to talk about right here. These are the things that I wish that people would tell me before I started, as a videographer. The first thing first, guys, look, it's what you've heard millions, hundreds, and 10,000s of times over and over again, and it is gears. Gears don't matter, but plan to upgrade. So right now, currently, I have an M50. M50 is what I use for my content creation on here. It's what I use for my client work. And literally, I've been able to get a retainer client with just a Canon M50. And you might be wondering how. It's because I know how to use my camera. I know how to, talk to my client. I know how to sell. These are the things that I'm telling you guys go into being a videographer that they really just don't talk about. Everybody talks about software. Everybody talks about, like I said, scaling, types of camera, types of gears, but no one really talks about the entire business aspect of it. And when they do talk, they're trying to sell you a course, sell you a chart, sell you some scheduling stuff. How do we buy it if we're over here trying to build the business and you're telling me to go spend another 5,000, 5K with you? But let me not get off track. So gears don't matter, but always plan to upgrade your gears. I've taken my time to honestly like get to the point where I am and understanding that, hey, maybe I have a couple thousand here and there and I could have easily upgraded my camera. What do? I just upgraded my lens because, to be honest with you, your camera body really doesn't matter to a point where it can handle what you need it to handle. But the lens is really what goes a long way. Instead of like going ahead and buying cameras, honestly, I just bought other things that I would need to amplify the skill set that I already have with my camera, such as, ooh, all right. So my Ronin. All right. So I recently just bought this maybe about a month and a half ago. And honestly, it's perfect. And I really just got it so that my shots can, I mean, obviously be more stable, but also it just comes in very handy, especially with the client work that I'm doing with my retainer client. Buy what you need, not just what you want. Now, moving on. In the beginning, when you're building your business, you have to market yourself. And it's a no-brainer. You have to, in one way or another, market yourself. And the cheapest, freest way to do that is word of mouth. Telling people exactly what you do, because if you don't tell people and you're just carrying around a camera, how would they know? How would they know? How would people even give you an opportunity? How would they give you a chance? And I know sometimes I was always that type of person where I felt I just didn't want to talk about it because it was just a lot of pressure. But closed mouths don't get fed. Now, number three, this one is the one that I wanna harp on the most. Okay, so you've obviously heard one of the best ways to get client or to even get better at your craft is to do some video work for free. Now, I agree to a certain point. You see here, I can't just shoot a video for free just to kind of build my portfolio. Initially, that makes sense because that person is seeing your work. You're able to add that to your portfolio. But to be honest with you, you want way more than that, especially if the work that you are shooting is going to be on some form of social media. So this is exactly how I make my deals when it comes to me shooting videos, because guess what? There's somebody out there that will probably pay for my video. So how do I get what I want back in return if it's not monetary wise? So here's my step by step. Agree to shoot that video, but also in your agreement, hey, if you post this on YouTube, if you post it on Instagram, especially Instagram, you have to tag me in it, especially on Instagram. Like, make me a collaborator. That way, when people see that video and they've tagged you in it and also you're a collaborator, now there's more eyes actually seeing your content, your work. This is a better way of shooting content for free than just shooting it and adding it to your portfolio. Because now your audience that you already built are seeing it. The audience that they've built are now seeing it. It's like killing two birds with one stone. So even though you're not getting paid for it, you're still getting something back in return. And I honestly think this is like the smartest thing to freaking do. And honestly, there's other things that you can probably do when it comes to those agreements when you're shooting videos for free, shooting content for free. If I know someone or I see that they have a lot of following, this is exactly how I got my first retainer client. Look, I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. So I shot an ad on Instagram. I'll probably pull it up here. So I shot an ad for Instagram and I reached out to an artist that I knew I wanted to initially work with. Every time we talk, it just never kind of comes around to it. So here was the agreement that I made with her. Hey, I had this video, this ad that I want to promote. You have a lot of audience. I make this video, I give it to you. You put it on your story. I think it was she put it on her story, and I would shoot a free, I don't know, 4-minute video for you. So that was the type of agreement that I made that helped me land my first retainer client. So really start thinking, start doing the math when it comes to shooting content for free, because just because it's for free doesn't mean you don't have to get anything back in return aside from a video that you can add to your portfolio. Like, duh, let's think about it. Now, this is my second favorite one. How do you find clients? Guys, this is simple. This is like the simplest thing. Go out and find them. No, I'm kidding. Look, there's a step by step that I personally do. So my background is door to door. I used to knock on doors selling internet, Verizon, AT&T. That was the background and the skill sets that I've gotten my sales skills from. So being able to not go to people's doors, but go to business, um, has been a huge help to me being able to build my clientele. Guys, I want you to make sure if you ever do this, take your camera with you. I have this camera right here. I had my freaking gimbal, right? So I'm in there looking like, I'm ready to shoot some stuff. Like, don't go in there saying, "Hey, can I shoot some stuff for you?" And you don't even have your gear with you. Go in there with your gears ready. The first places that I went to were vape shops. It's just a product shoot. So I went to local vape shops, and honestly, that's where I kind of start building my portfolio. And then later on, I started going to dealerships. There's this one dealership that honestly it stood out. I went in there with my gear ready. What happened, I was not expecting. The guy was just like, "Okay, look behind the desk, boom, just throw a key at me." He's like, "Yeah, the shoot that car right there." And I was like, "Do you want to hold something? You want to hold my wallet?" He's like, "No, I trust you." Okay. Guys, look, it took me 30 minutes to shoot a video for this dealership. Go out and talk to people. Go out to talk to businesses that you would like to see yourself working with. It doesn't matter how big they are or how small they are. The more you practice the art of talking, which is the art of sales, the easier and better it will get. As I mentioned, I frequent Instagram a lot. If I'm looking for a company, I first go on Google first. I search up businesses near me. Now, I always keep in mind, is this something that I could see myself doing? I just go and check their social media. I check their LinkedIn, their YouTube, their Instagram if they have it. And what I'm usually looking for is pretty simple. Do they post frequently? I'm looking for problems. What are they doing? What is their goal? Next is, okay, who do I talk to? I mean, the simplest way to really reach out to someone is, yeah, do the direct message. I'm not going to gatekeep this. If you really want to separate yourself from anyone else out there that is actually just direct messaging, businesses, clients, brands, whatever it is, here's one thing you really need to do. Shoot a freaking video, because that's what you do anyway. Shoot a sit down headshot talking head video introducing yourself. You can just make something that is just general, but I'm telling you, that makes you stand out a lot. It's done wonders, and I know it will probably help you guys too as well. But like, shoot a video yourself. I'm not saying it's going to guarantee you, work with said client, said brand, but it will definitely separate you from the rest. So this one, guys, this one, number 5. Last one, do not quit your day job. Okay. If you're financially able to, you have something set aside, we can maybe take months and just kind of like focus on videography, but don't quit your day job. That's just not the smartest move. Keep your job. That's what I did. That's what I did. I quit my job. I started doing videography. I found myself in a really, really tight space. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys found value in the video, just comment it below. Comment, camera or whatever you want to comment down below. Hope you guys liked it. Thumbs up, likes, subscribe. Just do whatever, man. Just do whatever. Just come back. Just come back. You guys subscribe. Just come back and I'll post another video.